Welcome to the CARNY to Congress podcast. Used to be the Baywater Boat Club Hour. I'm here with a good friend of mine, buddy who's been here for a long time, Peter O'Flynn. What's up, buddy?
Thanks for having me, man.
No, it's great having you here.
Good to
Tell
be
people
here.
what you do, all the businesses you have, from newspapers to Christmas lights to 4th of July lights. We have great 4th of July lights here, so brought to you by
they look
Light Up
they'll look
Naples.
good. A couple more hours.
Yeah.
So we met in the first Rotary Club that we were
Yes.
members of together, which
Bonita
was at the
Noon.
time was the Noon Rotary Club. Well, we were probably like 15 years ago-ish
Yeah,
at
roughly.
this point.
Yeah, maybe 20.
And so we were talking with each other because you started advertising in our magazine, Spotlight News magazine. I know another club member was working with us, and you asked her, what's been working well. It was Lori, Mayor's wife.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
from there,
Wow, that's a
here we
long-
are. Yeah, man.
A long time ago there.
Yeah, so that's how we got started there, and then just through my magazine, we essentially were in the business of helping businesses like yours, right? That was the concept, among other things that we do. And I wanted to benefit from the magazine like you've benefited from the magazine. So that's where a lot of different ideas were tossed around, things that we were looking at trying, and that's really where we landed on Light Up Naples, and that's really taken off. And what are we in? Going into, I think, our 7th Christmas season, right? Maybe it's 8th. I losing track of how you count it. But for those first, I believe it was 2 seasons, we did not promote the lighting company at all. Like, we wanted to make sure that we knew what we were doing. And I was very concerned of like the onslaught of leads and people that'd be reaching out to us when I started promoting it.
High-class problems.
And while it's a high class problem, it's still an issue, and you want to make sure that you can put your best foot forward and be ready to go. So that's pretty much
So Light Up
15
Naples.
years in a nutshell.
Yeah, Light Up Naples. I remember when we met at Rotary, Katie was your wife, working at Fish House.
Yes.
The Fish House there. And then that's before you had kids. Now you got 2 little girls. Well, not little anymore. They're getting bigger and bigger. Is one driving yet or no?
She's going to be in a few months, man. It's absolutely crazy.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah, like I was doing some stuff on our lighting website, and we've been relaunching a lot of new pages and working with my web designer.
I can't stand web designers.
Well,
so I'm just gonna let you know that. Right?
I've known this one for a long time.
Jake, I was already pissed there earlier.
Well, basically, I gave her this picture of and I've known her the whole time I've been in town. So what am I, 16 years? I gave her this picture of my family. It's like, we gotta have a good family photo in the picture, in the website. We put this picture out, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how big your daughters are. And I'm just like, no, this picture is like 8 years old. And then I sent her another picture when Molly just graduated from middle school. And it's just like, I don't know, man, it's like when time is easier to be told through your children, and because it changes. I mean, we look different than when we met.
Yeah,
but not
more
like
cuddly.
my daughter looks.
More cuddly.
Not like how
more
my daughter
distinguished.
looks different.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's crazy with girls. Just to jump back, like in a carnival business, right? So we go to these fairs in Michigan in the summertime. So you go to these places for like 1 week, and you get to know these families, and you'll see like a 14-year-old girl or whatever, and you come back the next year and it's 15, and it's completely different, and it's just that awkward stage. Like, guys have it too. You're just like, whoa. But anyway, so
yeah, it's changing quick for sure. And my daughters they're amazing. They're great. Thank God for Katie. She's an amazing mom. But the challenges they're not black and white like they were when they were younger. And like those first few years, I see a lot of it's a little more cut and dry. It's like, you need your diaper changed, you need to eat. Now it's just this, it's not always clear, and you do your best.
Yeah.
Whether it's me or whether it's Katie, sometimes it's not abundantly obvious the right path. But we get there.
That's cool, man. That's great. So yeah, if you come by our marina on Bonita Beach Road, We usually have the tree lit up, and it's the American flag right here, and we got floodlights over here. I mean, we got a big year, 250th anniversary. So I was gonna like take a trip. I think I'm just gonna stick around here and hang out with my mom, and just kind of chill out and hang out down here. Because there was ideas about going up to DC, but I think that's gonna be just crazy up there. I mean, it's gonna be
Yeah, I
amazing.
mean, it'll be a different type of fun, that's for
Yeah,
sure. A different
but
type of vibe. I mean, you can see just like we're out here right on Beach Road. I mean, I don't know if you guys are filming this during peak season, but like it sounds a lot different. It's a lot different energy.
yeah,
I don't have to plan ahead as much of where we're going.
no, just hop in a car and
Don't
go.
get me wrong, I miss the peak busyness of season, but I love the fluctuation and the change that we have here. It forces you to look at things differently.
So like, when do you start putting Christmas lights up? I mean, you're signing people up right now, contracts, or
Yeah.
whatever. But when do you start working? Like,
We sign people, so we're working on it in terms of planning displays, design displays, sign displays every month of the year, even in December for the following year. We last year got started the last week of August. At this point right now, I did that because I had a client who was like pushing for it even earlier. We didn't really need to do it. I did anyway. This year
Fish
we're more than
jumping in the
likely we're more than likely starting the first week of September. That's what I have scheduled right now. So right now, I think I've got 3/4 of September full. We're at just about half of last year on the books,
Nice.
which is where I expect to be this time of year. So it'll start in September. Now people say, oh my gosh, well, how do you do this in September? Well, when we got started with this, I saw other companies that have been in town, they start in July. It's just we're not plugging everything in. We're not leaving on. We're not putting up wreaths. We're not putting up garland, bows, all that stuff. Wait, so most of our displays are done in a 2-stage installation, so that way we can pack as much in as possible when we get to that November time. But the other thing that's really helped us and changed quite a bit, and we really started changing this way about 3 years ago, was being able to pre-build a lot of the interior projects. So a lot of that stuff, the Christmas trees
I see
themselves.
kitties doing Christmas trees all the time. Like my mom, she's got a 16-foot or a 14-foot Christmas tree
Yeah.
in her house, right? And
Oh
she
man,
did it.
that's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, she did it for years.
Yeah.
You know, years. Like, put all this, and we have a theme, and she loved doing it. It was her thing, right?
Right.
And then I was like, Mom, this is like, we need just a regular kids tree, right, with our old ornaments. So we'd have like a small little 4-foot off to the side that just had our old stuff, But she's like, a couple of years ago, she's like, all right, I'm done. That's too much. But I see Katie does these, and
Well, and some of the families that we work with, we will do that grand 12-footer, 9-foot tree, and then we'll also set up another tree for them that's like what you call the family tree. Typically call that, where they've got their ornaments that some of the kids
so you're
decorated
probably
when they're
dealing with
kids,
people
stuff
are
like
just come
that.
in for the week and want everything set.
Some of that for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
they just want to come in, do the week down here, and then go home.
yeah, I mean this one I'm thinking of over in Tallis Park, they came in on Christmas Eve, and they're not here. And then I can't recall if they're here for 10 days, 20 days, but then they're gone. And it's like, well,
God bless you.
I'm
Thank you
not
very
in a
much.
rush. I'm not really in a rush to take your tree down. We have other customers who are living in their houses. So like if they're not there, then we just stack that down toward the end of it. And now since we already know them, they were a first year client last year, we are going to push them into putting that tree in October because no one's there, and we've got some UV exposure. So it's not like I want to put it up very early. We're mindful out of those
They don't want
things.
to say
The tints are good, but you just want to be careful with some of that type of stuff. But yeah, being able to work in advance is great for a lot of reasons, because November is just absolute madness. It's absolute craziness. Anything that we can do prior to that is always going to take some of that pressure off. But it also takes the creativity to another level when you don't have club members walking by you all the time. You don't have property manager. You don't have the clients critiquing or giving feedback, or even just being
better
but even nice and offering you a soda or
Yeah.
water. Like there are projects where I put an extra person on because our clients just some of them like to talk more. So I have to have someone there to talk with my customer so that everyone can, yes, you can talk and work at the same time, but it's a little bit different. I mean, I would just equate it to just like, if you have dozens of members walking by, your best guy who's washing boats, you want him to be friendly with your members, he's not going to wash the boat as fast.
Yeah. I know.
And that's fine. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. So it's just all those little pieces where when we're in a controlled environment in our showroom, we can do something, look at it, be like, oh, well, I think we can make this look a little bit better if we take this white flower out and replace it with this other white flower that has a different glitter trim. I mean, Katie has so many different varieties and versions, and I don't have the eye for this. She does. You know, so she can do a better job when we can test it, because like in the midst of season, it will look good and it'll look great, but we don't want to start redoing and trying things when we're in a client's home. You know, like most people aren't looking for a new best friend to hang out at their house all day with them while you work on their property. You know, like most people, you want to be in and be out as quick as you can. We really picked up the efficiency a couple of years ago when we had a Naples Illustrated photo shoot that they shot the cover in September. Our customer had all this stuff. We didn't used to do that customer's interior, but they had like a coastal theme, like all those aquas and the stuff that's real popular around here. But that's not what they wanted on the cover of the magazine. They wanted that traditional reds,
and white.
golds, you know, poinsettias, all that normal stuff. So
Thank you, Coca-Cola, for giving us the colors.
we
The Santa Claus.
so that was the first time we put all our trees on wheels. So like, just like how you guys have this desk chair right here that's on wheels, there's different versions of that. You slide the pipe right onto the wheel. Now you're dealing with the limitations of the 6.5 to 7.5.
It's like our
foot
server
box
with
truck.
the hurricanes. We can wheel the server out now, then wheel it back.
There you
in.
go.
So,
There
no
you
more
go.
hurricanes. I'm
Oh
just saying.
man, there's a whole other. Yeah, hurricanes definitely affect the Christmas light installation season. It's right in the peak of it.
Yeah, can
I
be
mean,
September.
I've got the radar. Like everyone is required to have that Wink radar on their phone. I'm looking at it all day. There's usually a point in the fall where like we've been looking at it every hour for weeks, and then all of a sudden we don't look at it again until
it's like
now.
Switch. Yeah.
But you know, we you can work in the rain. You can't work in lightning.
Yeah.
That's not okay. So we're very, very mindful of that. But you know, there was one year we didn't even have a hurricane that got in our way, but we were getting shut down at 1:30, 2 o'clock every day by lightning.
Rain and all that.
So we have been fortunate in the bad storm years that everything outside of the storm has been workable. It's been
I mean, that's why I think that's why you do good with it, because you have those people that like, as our boat club, right? We got people that don't want to deal with the hassle. They don't want to deal with the aggravation. They just want to come down and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, and we have people that come into the boat club, and you know, people ask us all the time. This is my line I always love using. You know, they're like, well, is availability good? You know, can I get a boat whenever I want? I go, well, do you fly commercial or private? Well, I fly commercial. I go, when you call Southwest, the next call you make is to me, because you're buying that ticket a week out or, you know, a few days out, and I have boats available. You got people in your boat club that fly private? I go, yeah. And they're still in the boat club because they just don't want to deal with the hassles.
Right.
So the availability is there, you know.
Yeah.
And there's that thing where the people just don't want to deal with the aggravation of a boat. I've had a guy who had a Hinckley, which is a beautiful, beautiful boat, like $1 million picnic boat is what it is. It's like wood. So they had him in Bonita Bay. You know, you see him there. And he's like, I'm just done. Because every time I come down, there's something broken on it. Or
well, concerning a part-time job for some people that don't want to delegate this to a house manager or whomever else.
And then people don't take
this is
care
the
of it.
easy button.
Yeah, people don't take care of it like yourself, you know. And I'm going to say when you hop on a boat, 98% of the time the radios work. You know, the live wells work. 98%, not 100. But we've got speakers if we have, or we have, you know, there's certain things, or we switch you to a different boat that gets you out there and makes it simple. But you know, that's what's nice about that. That's what you can cater to that clientele down here.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we do with Baywater is we kind of cater to a different clientele. We own the property here. We cater to a certain clientele. We don't do half days with our club. You know, we don't do part-time. This is full-time, year-round. The boats, I'm not here. And I have people come in and say, well, I'm only here 4 months out of the year. I go, well, do you have a house here? Yeah. Do you pay for it when you have it here? Are you not here? They're like, yeah. Well, this is what we do at Baywater. There's other clubs out there, but it gives you that availability to go out there and just show up and take the boats out 15, 20 times a year versus taking it out 3 times a year.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing where you have your people that want to come in and just are simple, like even with your customers in Spotlight, because your magazine goes into Bonita Bay, goes into Shadowwood, goes into where people read it, and people still read newspapers here.
It works.
Yeah.
It works. Not all of my best customers, but most of my best customers in my lighting company come from an introduction to through the spotlight.
Are
That's
they
it.
holding it in their hand?
I
Like when
mean,
we do an open houses here, that's the thing. They're always holding it in their hand.
we did a demo a couple weeks ago in Quail Creek, and I went inside after our evening demonstration, set up our light show, so what we can do as far as landscape lighting. And when I'm leaving the gentleman's home, he had the back cover just taped to his front door, like with the reminder, Peter's coming to meet with me tonight,
Yeah.
at sunset.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a real thing, and I have tried other publications because it works for me. I want to try other stuff. I have to try it. There's something about it's the right mix.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. I
It's
have
not
a lot of reasons.
editorials.
It's the
It's
right
not just.
balance.
It's just not a coupon book.
And we've been at it for a long time now, and we get it to the right people, and it's pretty cool to see that now, we get to benefit just like you have from it over all these years. 'Cause, I mean, when we met each other, I mean, this place was like
Yeah,
a
like 10
fifth of
boats.
the size
10
or
boats.
small.
12
I mean,
boats, yeah.
it's really cool to see.
Yeah, no,
It's really
we've got
cool.
the dock just grows and grows, and boats come here and go. There's all kinds of stuff. I don't know, it just happens overnight. There you go. But like, what was I remember one of our club members says it takes 10 years to be an overnight success, which is kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. That does make a lot of sense because before you know it, your kids are older. You're like, oh man, where'd we go? What was that? This is pretty funny. What's your daughter say when you're driving in the car? That's pretty good. Remember, there's signs on the car.
Oh my gosh, lettered truck, dad. Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I've been driving around in my FJ, which is nice because it doesn't not covered in all the logos. But I'll tell you, the branding, it keeps me in check. It is it is a really good thing. It matters. The impressions. The increases in the in terms of our lead tracking of people telling Naomi in our office that they heard about us just through the truck wrap. I mean, it's phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, there's probably things that you do and that Baywater logo isn't on the side of your truck.
Well, I got it on my truck. It's very like it's very dark.
It's a little subtle.
It's subtle. It's there.
Real
But the
subtle.
best is when he used to drive the orange Hummer all the time, right? And I had this old lady call one time. Can you tell that guy who drives that orange Hummer obnoxious that he needs to slow down?
Oh my gosh.
I go, yes, ma'am. I'll have that conversation with him right now. And I think my dad actually got one phone call for himself. Yes, sir. Well, we'll have a chat with him. I'll have a talk with him
There you
right now. It's like,
Well,
but
I actually tell this story I'm about to say it like to all of my new guys every year that are going to be driving my trucks is that it's a different standard when you're in my truck versus when you're in your truck.
Yeah.
And when I was this? It was like my second job out of school.
this year in Denver, right?
I was in the mountains. So I was running this cleaning and restoration company. This guy was awesome. He started this restoration company from nothing. He had, when I was running it, we were just over 20 trucks. And I get this phone call one morning, irate, not a customer. This lady is just absolutely livid. Why is your truck flashing its lights at me right now? And she's in the left lane, probably driving 10 miles under the speed limit. It does not matter, right? You don't do that. And like, I still remember this guy's name. Great guy, hard worker, one of the best techs that work with me, but this concept just for whatever reason didn't resonate with him. And I'm like, look, Steven, this lady is now likely to share this experience with who knows who. It's impossible to track the impact of this. On your own time, it's all good. I got no problem with this. I get it. I would be doing the same thing. In fact, I said to him, I was like, why do you think I drive around town in an unlettered truck when I could be taking one of the company trucks? So I can get places quicker. This is again back when we were in the mountains. So you gotta be aware of all these things. Like this
bad
is
apple will go 10 times further than the good one.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
And there's just new ways to share information nowadays that can get spread quickly, but it always spread quickly when it's someone who's not too happy with you.
I understand that. Well, I know we used to have before we had before Ian, we had all our boats wrapped for the boat rentals, and then those all disappeared. They all blew away. They were across the bay and all that.
No, I remember coming down here, man.
Yeah.
They were literally
Across
I'm
the
looking
bay.
out.
Were you yanking them back?
Saw a
They
video of
say-
you and Larry just
The day
pulling one
after.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
right
mangroves.
away.
But I mean,
It's crazy.
we-
One
we-
of them was right in the middle of the road here.
Oh yeah, a couple of them. And that's the thing is where we have it. We're going to wrap them now again for season. Get out there. But I remember I took a buddy of our Jim Magnus, James and Jim.
Yeah.
So we took them out. We went skeet shooting on the boat, one
Yeah.
of our rental boats. And I had the skeet shooter, and it was a carpeted deck. So I just screw that baby right into the ground. And it was Jim on the back and his son on the front, and I'm driving. And it was like, we've done this a few times. It's fun. You got steel shot so it rusts, and the pigeons, the clay pigeons are biodegradable. So, make sure all the plastic stays on the boat. And we're just going out there at sunset. And we did it several times where it was flat, calm. So you just go out, no big deal. Well, this day it was like kind of onshore just a little bit. So we're kind of just out in the Gulf. And
In a pontoon.
In a pontoon.
That's
Good
against,
point.
That's against your rules.
I understand. This is after hours. But it was just on shore, and it was a little rough, nothing too crazy, but it was just kind of blowing a little bit. So we're kind of near shore, and I talked to Coast Guard. Yep, as long as you're 500 feet off the beach, you can discharge firearms. There's nothing against it's not illegal or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're there, and this boat has the lettering on it, and the wind was onshore, so we're just blasting away, and all of a sudden they start calling the marina, calling and calling and calling, and they're like, they're invading. You got some people, some renters out here invading. They're just shooting. They're shooting birds. They're shooting seagulls. And I'm like, no, we're not. So we got the cops coming. So then my buddy who's a cop here local, he's like, hey, Adam, there's like people blowing us up at the station. Can you go somewhere else? I was like,
Were they
"Sure."
calling 911?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you get any of the 911 calls?
Yeah, 911, because they're calling the police, the locals,
Oh,
911, and like, what's going on out here? And, well, this boat from Baywater, like, oh, okay, this is Adam. So I can call. The guy's no longer with us, but he's like, Adam, you're killing me, man. Can you go somewhere else? They're like, you're invading. It says Baywater all over the side. Well, next time we're going to cover the name. But it was just funny there.
There you go.
But
Oh, man.
I think I might have hid the boat for a night because I didn't know, what's going on there. But yeah, that's a long time ago.
Hey, there's a time and place for the no logos.
Yeah.
We gotta use no logo trucks in some of the communities for late night service. They're okay with us being in there, but they're not okay with us being in there. Kind of.
Oh, the HOAs? Oh,
Yeah.
I got a lot of fun with HOAs. I was door knocking. Had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Man,
I'm just remembering that article on Florida politics
Oh,
with
yeah.
you had the
Scooting
picture of
in
you
the
in the
scooter.
scooter
Oh.
driving right by the arm that
Oh, yeah.
came down.
Oh, yeah. You know
that
what?
was
That's
awesome.
up in my office.
That
It's-
probably helped you.
It did. It's up in my office. I have it framed in my office, and it's
Yeah.
Adam Botana scoots past Jason Mott for district.
How many doors did you knock on?
10,237. So, but yeah, like I was going to the
That's
Forest Country
impressive,
Club,
man.
the Forest Country Club, and they reported me. Like they sent me a cease and desist letter. I remember it saying, please, please, what was it? It was some kind of term, and I was like, oh, please control yourself, or something. I'll think about it. But it was just like, man, I put that up in my office. So Forest Country Club, sorry, I can't help you out there. There's some good people in there. But I mean, again, I remember, because you think about it, like you're door knocking, and then, like, remember Jim Dottie, who was our attorney, Jim
Yeah.
Dottie from Rotary, good guy.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, can you research this for me? What is this? Am I soliciting? Am I not? He goes,
But if you just leave it on the door, it's different, right?
no.
A thing
So
on the
he
door.
says, he
You're
says,
not selling.
you're not selling, but you're kind of in a gray area. So it's
Yeah.
kind of a weird situation. Because I was trying to get in these communities. So the first 5,000 doors I legit walked, because that was before COVID. That was from January to April. So like I remember parking my truck at Fishtail Marina in Fort Myers Beach.
Yeah.
And I just got 2 stacks and I just walked. I think I had to walk like 28,000 steps that day. It was some kind of craziness. And at worst is like a seagull tried to crap on me. Legit. And it was always the worst because it was the
They'll
one
target. They'll go after you.
and he
It's
was
not
looking.
an accident.
No, he was
saw
looking.
you.
I was like, you son of a bitch. Like it went plop, plop, plop. And I looked up and he's like, he's just sitting there looking like, but you walk Okay, and you have the streets, right? And there's canals, and so you walk, you hit the door, and it's always all the way at the bay, and the next one's like the next canal. So you're like walking for 15, 20 minutes to get there, and there's nobody home. Damn it. So I just write, sorry I missed you, and that was on the beach. That wasn't bad. I wasn't gated communities. But then I went to gated communities because that was after COVID. My dad's like, what we're going to do? We're going to get you a scooter.
Yeah.
An electric scooter. And that was the best thing ever because it was hot. And I was always cuddly, but I lost like 30 pounds. Like, I look good. But
walking is the best exercise.
And I would just sit there and ride that scooter, and you get like a little cool breeze because you're not hitting every door. You're just hitting the I got an app that says this person, Jake here, is a super Republican. Peter here is a Republican but doesn't vote every time. So it tells you.
That data that you have is amazing.
It was huge. It was great.
Of who's actually voting? Not
it doesn't say who they're voting for. It just says
it said who they're registered,
who they're registered,
and they actually have voted.
And they've actually voted. It doesn't say who they voted for, but it just said, okay, you figure, okay, this is Republican, this is deep red, you go there. So I was going into these communities, and I just started having club members from Baywater call me in, like over at the Strand or over at the place, and it worked out. And then the HOA started going after the members because you can't let him in here because he's soliciting and stuff like that. And they kind of gave a couple guys some crap. Like Shadowwood, they reprimanded one of our members. So I talked to Jim Dowdy. He goes, well, what you do is you ride in with them. So you just go through the gate with them, and then once you're at their house, you get out and be like, all right, see ya. And that's what I started doing.
Yeah.
So I was at Shadowwood, and it's always the last street. Like, I'm done. So there's a lot of doors in Shadowwood. There's probably, I want to say 1,000 doors, probably homes in Shadowwood, maybe a little less.
Yeah, a little less.
Probably 800.
Yeah.
So there was
it's
probably
not 500.
No, but it was probably 200 people in there that I had to talk to. Those were those are residents of Florida. Those are people that vote. I had to get to the door and see them. Of that 200, there's probably 100 people home. So that's kind of the thing that they're.
What month were you knocking?
So this would have been May, June.
Oh wow.
So that's so they're usually, but it's usually about 50% of the people are home. We have a lot of retirees here, so there are people that don't don't work on the during the week or whatever. But the deal was this is where my campaign guy goes, if you get behind those doors and there's 100 doors back there, you're gonna piss off 10% of the people. But you know what? I'm gonna piss off 5. I'll take the 45 votes. Because and then probably the 5 that I pissed off are gonna vote for me anyways.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be like, I remember the one.
No, I hear you.
The one with
some miserable people, man.
It happens.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jake.
You just happen to.
Sorry, Jake.
Step into their life.
But yeah, no, I remember the one. This is pretty bad. This is. Hey, we'll probably have to remove this. Probably not. But so when I was door knocking, my app, right, is your door knocking, you're going through, and it says like home, not home, not interested, support, or on support, just stay away.
Yeah.
So I go knock on these doors in these gated communities. They're like, how'd you get in here? Oh, I got an Uncle Tom that lives over here. And I'm running the, you learn. And a guy got mad. He goes, you know what? You shouldn't be in here. This is a private community. You shouldn't do this. I don't want to see you here again. And I'm just not going to vote for you. So instead of hit on support, because I wanted to make sure everybody liked me, I hit not home. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Did this a few times, did all that, knocked all the books, like knocked everywhere. So my campaign goes, oh, we're going to refresh the books. We'll go back to the ones that are not home. So this is over in Spanish Wells, and I remember this clear as day. And I'm walking there, and I'm like, oh, okay. Get the scooter. I grab the guy's.
Figure it up when you're halfway up the driveway.
I grab his newspaper to bring the newspaper to the door because that's just something you do.
Yeah.
I hit the door.
Put the trash can
and he
away.
opens the door. He goes, Botana, already lying like a politician. I can't. I just like I was running. I was like, I'm sorry. He's already lying like a politician. Slammed the door. I was like, oh. So then I had to think about. Who were because there were some people that were really there.
You get any guns pulled on you?
St. Carlos Park.
Katie did when she was like, what were we? She was like 22, and she was doing some like you probably pay people to help you with stuff.
Yeah, door knocking.
So she was hired by this guy who was running for the state house.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but she had her rollerblades because she's like super fast with her rollerblades. And this dude pulled a shotgun on her and these two other guys that they're with.
Yeah, I don't think she'd be doing it by
I
herself.
mean, it was just, but I mean,
Hey, it was San Carlos Park. It was totally cool. The guy comes in there. He's shirtless. You know, I got some other stories, but he's shirtless with jeans. He goes, "You Democrat or Republican?" I go, "I'm Republican." And he's got it hidden behind the door. He's like, "Oh, you're Republican? Okay, let me put my piece down. Thank you. Nice to meet you." It's like, Jesus Christ.
thanks for
Thanks.
clarifying what was happening here.
Thanks. It's the primaries. It's the primaries, sir, but I appreciate it.
Oh
so.
man.
But yeah, I mean, there's some guys that come to the door and it's like an old guy and they just have a straight shirt, just a button-down shirt. You don't look down because you don't know if there's. I didn't see pants. I seen legs. Okay, I didn't look anymore. I didn't know what he was, but it was just straight shirt, just long button shirt. I'm like, And the amount of cat pee that you smell at doors.
Oh my gosh.
How people like you walk up to these doors, Jake, and there's like it's the foyer, and these are nice houses. This is like in Sanibel,
Yeah.
and there's some nice houses. There's so much dog crap in the doorway, the foyer. I'm like, wow, how do you live like that?
I you know, some people just can't smell it. I think after time, and
That goes
they
nose
get
deaf?
immune to it. But well, with that company I was telling you with that I was running back in Colorado, so like they had a big rug cleaning division, and like one of the guys who had worked with him had been there for decades, every certification you can imagine, and we're talking cleaning cat and dog pee out of rugs that are worth $50,000. I mean, you can get in trouble with that. But yeah, man, I mean, they'd come in, he'd go into his shop and be like, "What's that smell?" And it's like he's got this amazing handmade rug, and that's what the smell is.
Yeah. It was like the pumper that comes here for our toilet. Peter did our lights like 3 years in a row. Every time Peter comes, the honeypot guy comes. And he's just sitting here like every time. Like he comes on Fridays. So Peter says, I'm going to come on like a Thursday. And it was a holiday, guys. Like I come day early. Like every time.
I thought you were messing with me.
No,
like,
I wasn't.
I thought you were rescheduling him to come.
Just to screw with him.
Like it's just.
I mean, that sounds like something I would
man.
do, but no, not that bad.
Yeah. Wow. No, those are nice guys that you got doing that.
Hey.
They got a good sense of humor.
It's money. It's money, right?
Hey, it works. You gotta
It works.
keep pumping that thing out.
You know, it goes there.
Oh man.
So, but no. So what's exciting for, what you're looking for this year? I mean, how's business, like in general? What are your thoughts on everything going on in Bonita? What do you think about downtown and all that? I mean, you are a newspaper, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's a heck of a lot of changes. I don't go out to all these events in the evenings like I used to because that time was more with my kids. It's a little bit different. So, a lot of those conversations I used to have with a lot of people around town, every chamber of commerce, every networking event you can imagine. It's kind of, it's evolved a lot more. Definitely not drinking as much because all those types of things. But overall, like I said earlier, I've always enjoyed the seasonal pace change around here. It forces you to take a look at your business, right? If you're going 1,000 miles an hour all the time, then you're going 1,000 miles an hour all the time. This invites and almost forces me to really take a step back, look at everything, see how things are really going.
Look around, who's not washing boats, who's holding stuff up. I mean, seriously, you're like, all right, who's keeping busy?
And there are a lot of things that we have to work ahead of and plan for and get done in terms of like the lighting company and prep work. There is always more that can be done in advance. But that goes with the magazine as well. Most of the annual long-term agreements that are worked through out of season. So, a lot of that stuff, October, September, yes, it varies. Yes, everyone's on their own schedules. But it's a critical time for planning and preparation so that you're ready to go, so you can make the most out of that peak time. Because, people ask about the lighting company, like what do you do? It's a seasonal thing. Well, like we're all seasonal.
Yeah, but you do. It's not just light up. It's
that's true. And
you do
We do landscape lighting.
Landscape lighting is
We
probably
did some lighting for one of our clients for a wedding they had on their property. We've done limited event lighting. I'm really not trying to get into event lighting because like Christmas is enough of a deadline to have the daily deadlines throughout the season. You know, again, we do those here or there. It's not something I'm actively going after or promoting. I like Christmas is 6 months for us. It's every bit of 6 months. The install.
kids still enjoy Christmas.
They do. They know
'Cause
where
remember I
everything
told you,
comes from. But
yeah.
you were right in your I don't know what the word is. Awareness, drawing my awareness to this, you know, because
Yeah.
like, you know, you're growing up in your association with the fairs and the other events you did and some of the lighting stuff you guys do. It's like it's all tied to it.
Yeah.
For sure. And
It kind of. But you
but
kept
you
the
asked what
kids-
I'm really focused on and what I'm really like. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the whole. There's the economy, there's the town, and then there's my companies and what I'm focused on. And what I'm really focused on this year is making everyone in our organization's lives easier and smoother. Really, like, we're growing. I'm happy that we're growing, but we have opportunity to do the same amount of work in a way more efficient manner to make it as smooth as can be. I talk with a lot of other install companies throughout the country. I do some business coaching as well. I've got a great network of guys that we learn from back and forth throughout all that. There's always something I'm picking up.
And it's crazy. Like I belong to a boat rental, jet ski rental Facebook page.
Okay.
And I just read through. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's you know, why reinvent the? I mean, oh, that's a way to do it. Just kind of
Yeah.
peek and see. You know.
And there's always a lot of good stuff in there, and a lot of those groups can get real negative, and that's fine. You just filter through that with your own eyes, and you find the gold amidst all of that
Like
stuff.
when we first started the rental business, we went and rented boats for a while. Like went down to Marco's. Like, how do you do this? Because we didn't have any clue. You know. All right, well, we gotta get a piece of paper. Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta sign this out. Okay. All right, what do we do now? Oh, we gotta get a contract. Let's go rent a boat. We kept the contract. That's so bad.
Oh,
but hey,
man.
you know, paying
Yeah,
for the
there wasn't-
groceries, man.
There
Paying for the
wasn't really a
groceries.
version of that we decided to do with lighting.
Yeah,
but
no,
that makes a lot of sense with the way you're doing it. You can go to every marina, rent one, and take the best 10% from everybody. What
Yeah.
do they do best? What can we learn from this?
And what can you be more innovative? Like, why are they
yeah.
doing it that way? What's going on with that?
And competition does make you better. As much as some of these guys drive me nuts, they keep you sharp. They keep us pedal to the floor all the time. Like, this is a year-round thing. We're working on it all year round, while the installs for Christmas are only happening, you know, September through December. There's a lot more.
Well, look at us right here. We've got Freedom right next door, which is a corporate. That's a huge one.
Yeah.
They're all over the country, and we get people off them, and I'm sure they get some people off us. I'm sure it's more we than off them than them off us. Just saying. But you know, it's just a different client.
You're both clubs, but it's
just
an
a different-
entirely different thing.
The thing I can tell
The type
from
of service is
just-
a family operation.
Yeah.
That's a corporate structure. Like, it's just
but
different.
just you can tell from just looking at the docks, it's all younger people over there. A lot of their members are younger. They're like young family, young kids. People have, you know, that's just like.
Are they here on vacation, or they actually live here?
Well, I think they're just part time. You know, they're in and out, or they're
Yeah.
from another place, or because they have like, oh, we can use a boat up here, and we've had members that join other clubs up north and join this club down here because they want the nicer boats down here. And we've got members that are members of Freedom and members of us too. You know, there's some of us that have that, but it's just that clientele is a little different. And then just the stuff that we offer, we have we have the nicer boats, we got the bigger stuff, we got the live bulbs, we got the trolling motors. But it's like your lights, you got the twinkle lights. The other guys don't have the twinkle lights; they just do one color, right? I mean, how many times do they kind of have white lights? But I mean, I guess that's what everybody does.
That's what most people are doing. Like, when you look at every commercial display, like you're the anomaly, but you guys can do whatever you want. And like, this looks awesome here. Like, you know, patriotic display. I mean, over the years, we've done other stuff with you before, like the hot pink, lime green, aqua. That looks awesome for this, you know, whether it's like a tiki hut, like we're sitting under, or any type of, you know, restaurant type theme. It's in your face. It's loud. So I had an HOA. This board loved us. We already worked for them for years. They absolutely loved the pictures of your marina. Everyone on the board loved it. They wanted to do it for their. I was not smart enough at the time to tell them, no, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's
right?
gonna be a problem.
Because they were all ecstatic. They're still happy with what they got. But what we also got for them was a whole bunch of complaints that they had to deal with. We ended up just coming, and the unfortunate part was like, they were also happy and they loved it, but they were tired of dealing with all that. So I said, look, we're just gonna come in and we're gonna change it for you. We're just gonna come in and change it for you. I remember I took this phone, there had been a number of emails back and forth. I was on my way back from Key Biscayne from one of Molly's soccer games. Spoke, not the board president, but the one who most recently was the president who just stepped down, and it's like, look, Paula, we want to help you. We're gonna make this right. We'll take care of this. But in the same time, like, she was grateful, but she didn't want to change it. But when you're dealing with homeowners associations, in my view, you want to try to please as many people as possible, and you should also be aware that it is impossible to please every person. So you go for making as many people as possible, and you accept that it will be an unreasonable goal to keep everybody happy. And as long as you do that, you're good. We work with a lot of different homeowners associations. They all have different personalities, different styles. The way that decisions are made are vary from place to place. But yeah, as far as all the different colored lights, I mean, when you look at our portfolio of work, there's a lot of cool creative stuff. But it's on a disproportionate basis of what we actually do.
I know, I see our stuff's always on your...
Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, we like doing stuff like this. Like, one of our first homes we ever did is this. It's like what you call like a frozen theme, but it's all these shades of aqua, blue, a cool white, not the warm white, but that cool white that plays off it really well. People like to see that, and when we're flipping through our hardcover portfolio book in a client presentation, they're like, oh wow, that's so cool, and they get excited, but they don't want that.
Yeah.
They want the traditional, green garland, red bows, warm white lights, make it look amazing. This is a conservative area, that's a conservative display, it works great for but people like to see that we can do that fun, creative stuff, because it's fun. I mean, look, we got started doing this because it was fun.
What, Jake? Come on, that's something little baby Jesus, with no.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Oh no.
Shake fake.
Only some people will get that right.
Jake's just hanging out in the background here, just chilling.
You were great. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh yeah.
Doing great.
Yeah, he's just chilling. He's just chilling.
Cutting all this out. You guys get back.
Oh man, how many Mountain Dews do you drink every day?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but it was 6. It was about. I was buying a 12-pack every 2 days.
I know. That's when I was
every day. I was buying a 12-pack.
when I was a kid. The cube. Remember the Pepsi cube that was like the 24 cans?
Yes.
Oh, the Pepsi points going for
those
the Pepsi
and those
points.
like I don't remember. It's some absurd number. It's like whatever, like 50 grams of sugar in those, and the Dr. Peppers. When I used to work with this dude, he must have had like 7 Dr. Peppers all day long. The skinny guy. I'm just like, I don't know.
No kidney functions. Well, I went to the doctor because the doctor's like, are you sexually active? I was like 12, so possibly. But he's like, yeah, he got something going on there. And then he talked to my parents. Like, no. And then he's like, how much soda do you drink?
Yeah.
It was that thing where like you're hot, you're thirsty, like get a Mountain Dew. I mean, the stuff is addictive.
Yeah.
And you drink it every once in a while, you're like, oh, that tastes so good.
The sugar is so like I've really gotten into these Coke Zeros. And
really?
I had drink way too many of them. Like I've been having like 4 or 5 a day, which is not okay. And I start drinking coffee at 4:30, and I'm just pounding coffee.
So I do the
9.
The busy coffee in the morning, which is pretty good. It's busy.
What does that mean?
It's like it's ice espresso you get from Publix, and it's good. Like you just pour it over ice because I'm working on
it's a cold brew. That's
cold brew.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
that you can make that super
and I just
concentrated.
I just do a little bit of coffee, a little cream in there, and that's it. But I'll do like every other day, like at that afternoon, I won't get a coffee. Like I'll go to Starbucks, or Dunkin' is actually better than Starbucks, my opinion. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
But I'll get like a Monster, like one orange Monster, and that's good.
Yeah.
But I mean, the amount of soda I used to drink was insane. And then we were talking about like your water, right? Because I was watching some guy online, and he does it like in these deep dives into water. Like what's the difference? The Fiji water, the Icelandic water, spring water, Poland Springs, and like.
That pH matters, man.
Oh, it does. But I remember like we're talking about Bonita Springs Utilities.
Yeah.
Like they have really good water.
Oh yeah, they do.
Bonita has really good water. Like I don't even have like, you got a filter in your fridge. I'm like, no, I just reset the button every time.
We got
like,
the
because
best. We are the best.
it's
Remember
so
we both
good.
ran for the utility board, got our asses kicked?
Yeah,
That was
that's my
great.
first
That was
run.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Um,
The guy interviewed me. He goes, "You're so young. Why are you running?" I was like,
oh,
you know.
man. No, so I don't know how long ago this was, but it's like we had the service company come to
I remember you telling me
at
the
my
story
house.
a long time
Well,
ago
no,
with Katie,
he
right?
came to like fix a faucet in the sink, and
Trying
he's
to sell
relatively
you.
new. I don't even say who company it is, and they've since been bought out. But like, they have a whole pitch and a whole kit to show, like, okay, now here's like
There's so much acid
and this
in your
colors,
water.
this changes this color. So now look, like we can change it. We can make it look like this. And Katie hears him on the phone with the office, like like, what am I doing wrong? It's not doing what you said. Like, this is like, it's because we got awesome water.
Yeah,
like there's
BSU,
nothing wrong with it.
British Springs
I mean,
Utilities
I have a
is some of the best.
and
Like,
I
that
have like an
window-
extra filter on my fridge, but
Yeah.
I drink it right out of the sink in my
Yeah.
bathroom in the
Yeah.
morning. In the
I
morning,
remember
it's
Jake.
awesome.
I gave you tap water one time. Like, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like just a week
I
ago.
go, was that out of the tap? I was like, wow, that's all I got. But yeah,
Well, if I'm at one of my friends' houses in Collier County, like I can taste the chlorine like
Mm-hmm.
clear, and I don't know if it's because I'm so used to our water,
Mm-hmm.
and I do wonder if like maybe I would notice that if that was what was
well, I
normal
do
for
like.
me.
I have it happen like every once in a while here. I'll start sneezing in the shower, and what it is when they're cleaning out because they add
When they do
chlor-
that changeover.
Yeah, they clean out, and it happens, and all of a sudden I'll just start sneezing in the shower. I was like, "What is going on?" And it's the steam or whatever, but it's they're cleaning up because they have to, sterilize the pipes that's somewhat. So they do put some, but like British Springs Utilities does a great job. Like the water is amazing, but I mean it does. Like if you have any faucets or anything, like you can't get it undone because the calcium. There's a lot of calcium in it.
Yeah.
See, I mean, like you get a like a Y or a hose, like that puppy ain't coming off. You gotta beat it with a hammer. This is the stuff
With some
that's-
kind of quick release deal.
yeah, it's just
Oh,
it's a little
man.
different. But no, we have got great water here. I mean, Springs. But yeah, it was funny as we were talking about Poland Springs. Oh, Poland Springs is they drew down a well. I think it was in New York or something. But now they're going to some lake. Well, like Zephyr Hills is a big thing because Zephyr Hills. Like I like when I'm ever around, I get Zephyr Hills
Yeah.
spring water. Like, and the thing is to go because in the 80s and 90s we drank so much soda. America did this, like, all right, we're doing it, and there's like a 5,000% markup on a bottle of water. That's how
Good
much
margin.
that's what it is. It all started with Pepsi was Aquafina
Yeah.
because there was always like the spring water. You always had the Perrier and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But I remember like in our business, in the carnival business, like we're selling water by the bottle. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, so just $1 a bottle, and that was back in probably the mid '90s, and that's when it started. And then Pepsi came out with Aquafina. That's just pretty much their water they use. It's filtered. And then Dasani came out from Coke, and then now you have all the other ones in Fiji and all that. But I just do the Zephyr Hills spring water.
Yeah.
I'm at 7-Eleven or whatever. So see, we talk about everything on here, man.
Well, I've been to a few. Like when I remember, like when BSU did their expansion, I went there for that. They had some ribbon cutting, and they had like the BSU bottled water. And it's like, that's the only place you can get this. Like, 'cause that was the only time
Yeah.
you could get it
Yeah.
at their special event. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No, we just got to do like I'm trying to get in the legislature now. Is because we have bottled waters everywhere, like in our committees and stuff, and then we have a
Yeah.
lunchroom where we actually it's probably 5 times the size of this tiki hut, but it's an actual place where it's only members are allowed in the House office building, and they serve breakfast and lunch there.
Yeah.
So it's actually a lot of stuff. Like all the new representatives, I say, hey, block an hour out for lunch, no matter what. You're not that busy. You can block out an hour and go there and sit in that lunchroom and just talk. And you meet,
Well, that's networking time.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, that's prime networking.
and that's where you just like meet everybody. And they have bottles of water everywhere. I was like, we just need to go to the spring water in a can, aluminum, just to get away from the plastics and stuff. Like
Yeah.
So I'm lobbying for that in the Capitol, just to get,
you
aluminum
go.
cans, just making a difference. It's one way to change the mindset of electeds.
I mean, I
Well-
couldn't tell you the last time I left my house without my, Yeti of water and my sunglasses. Like they have to. I have to leave the house with those things. It's just normal. It's just, and my kids too. It's like
Well, we're
that's
doing a
part
ship store.
everywhere they go. They have.
We're doing aluminum cans, and we're gonna have Baywater Yetis. I'll get you one. You too, Jake. So
There you go.
rock it,
Sweet.
rock it. But we're gonna do that here, and for the members, you want to fill it up. Yeah. We
Yeah.
had bottled water here that we had complimentary. Could members come in and get like 12 of them? Like, guys, Come on,
Yeah.
come on,
No,
come
I
on,
mean,
come on. You know.
well, it's just what's normal, and it's like even like at the airport, they have it's so easy now. Like they have the thing where you
Yeah,
just put your bottle in, and I just pound my water right before I go through security. They got the thing filled up right when you walk through it.
No, I mean it's a lot better than the soda we used to drink all the time. And you're sitting there like with the just
Look,
chugging.
I've made a new push just since yesterday. I've only had one soda since yesterday.
Really? Oh,
I'm
so
like,
Coke, so you're big on a Coke Zero, huh?
yeah,
Why don't you just do the regular Coke?
because the sugar just messed me up. And I know
Okay.
it's like, oh, your body knows what to do with the sugar. You're just
Well, it's
tricking
like when
it with
they
all
give
this
it
poison.
when they give it
I'll
to
take
the
my
ants.
chances on the
The
poison.
ants don't even eat the
I
Splenda.
know they avoid it. I know
How
it's
the
bad.
ants, how the ants go
I don't know,
around.
man.
I was like, I thought
sugar-
about that. I was like, you know what? That's a good point. If the ants don't eat it, but no, I've tried Coke Zero. It's good.
I just like sugar is a disaster. Like I just feel, and I can't prove any. Like this isn't some like I'm not qualified to talk. Don't take my advice.
No.
But it's like
Just a couple
I
guys
think
bullshitting here.
I think
But
that
Jake.
like when I have a margarita, the sugar
Ooh.
is a bigger problem than
Give me
the
a
tequila for me at least. That's just it.
Casamigos
So
Blanco, little shot of pineapple.
just stick with the lime juice. You're all good.
Yeah, you know,
Lime.
I like the what is the skinny?
Yeah.
You know, if they actually make a good one,
Yeah.
that's good. Just give me that.
No, I mean
I don't need all the sour mix
that's
and all that
that's
shit.
the way to do it.
Yeah,
When I mean
but
I don't know.
tequila's an
It's
upper.
like
Tequila's an upper.
it's okay.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a little different.
I'll take it.
It works.
I'll take it.
It
Stay away
works.
from the vodka.
When's the tequila bar opening here?
Omar Siki Bar? Well, we just got okay to open the ship store.
Okay.
But so my toilet's over there. I'm gonna have a lift station for the Omar Siki Bar. So I'm gonna work on it over the summer.
How does that work with the alcohol license? Is it like a club,
Because
so
I
it's
have
not
to.
it's not really like a
So
restaurant?
beer
How
and
does
wine.
that
So
work?
like for the package license, because it's members taking it,
Okay.
I don't need to have that. So as a marina, I don't need to have restrooms because I'm not serving food.
Okay.
That's the law. But we have the restrooms here for our members, right?
Right.
But when you serve food, you have to have a restroom. And when we have a restroom here that for that like legitimate, we have to hook up to sewer. So right now we have it hooked up on a tank, and that's why your guys come every time you're here. So
Okay.
otherwise I got to build a restroom that's 14 feet way up in the air
Oh my gosh.
with a ramp and all this stuff. This way I build a trailer, it's portable, I can get it out of here if a storm's coming,
Yeah.
and then now I can hook it up to sewer. Once we hook up to sewer, we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you guys are efficient as hell pulling this
hey,
stuff out of here.
we got
It's quite the
we got
operation.
10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag here. That's what's going. All right, we're getting close.
Thanks for having me, man.
No, thank you. This was fun. See, it's easy when you're just bullshitting and talking about whatever. And
I mean,
people listen.
This is like what breakfast used to be at Rotary.
Rotary.
I mean, it's just talking. It's good.
You know, we're back at Spanish Wells.
Really?
The morning club, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's
When did
much
that
be-
change happen?
A couple weeks
Recently?
ago.
Oh wow.
It's nice.
Good.
I mean, it's back in the old room where we used to be, but it's morning and
Yeah.
it's circle. Check it out.
They probably
Julie?
They've probably redone that club twice since I've been over
Probably.
there.
But Julie's there now. I got Julie involved in Rotary.
So you're like, you're
I still-
technically in the club, but you don't really go because you're in.
Well, because I've got to run
Tallahassee.
around and
Yeah.
stuff. But, you know, I started going to, like, I've been down to North Naples a couple times.
Yeah.
They meet on Thursday morning. Now we've gone to Tuesday mornings. We're Tuesday mornings now. We're not Wednesdays anymore.
Okay.
Tuesdays. So I go down to North Naples at Bear's Paw. It's pretty good. It's a fun club.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's there's jokes and, you know, it's like when George was there. I mean, our club's great still, but
Yeah.
and then I'll
Different.
go to Pelican Bay. They meet at the Hilton down at Naples on Friday mornings.
Okay.
So I just kind of bounce around. I've been to Sanibel, and it's actually a great way to kind of
Yeah. Check in.
check in and just say hi. Adam,
Yeah.
head boat washer, part-time legislator, part-time carny, all the things. Get the hats, just keep switching.
Oh man.
Keep switching.
It looks like you're still enjoying the politics, as you say.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
it's good, man.
It's, you know, we take care of our area and do some stuff. I feel like I'm sometimes like just a backstop, like just the normal guy. Like I didn't go to Princeton, I didn't go to Harvard. I've you know, we got employees I've hired and fired. You know, but like, hey, you know, this. I mean, this sounds good, but this ain't going to be good. You know, like communism sounds good on paper until you add the human element. That is not good.
Oh
You know?
man.
So there, you know, I enjoy it. started as a hobby and still is,
Yeah.
but we're doing good. But yeah, having fun. We're doing the podcast now. We got Jake here. Jake killing it, doing a great job. It's been quiet behind the scenes.
It's been letting you guys do it.
Yeah. So we're there. But thanks for tuning in. We're here every Sunday morning now from 6 to 7. And you can look us up online at CARNY2Congress.com. Just Google CARNY2Congress.com. We're presented by Baywater Sousa Boat Club. We love having a bonita business on here, Peter, with Light Up Naples. Is there a number they can call you? They want to have something, or is it just Light Up Naples?
Yeah, 239-228-8700, but lightupnaples.com, lightupnaples.com. You got
Say that number one more time a little bit slower.
239-228-8700.
There you go.
Yeah, but we got new videos on our YouTube channel every single day. We've got thousands of photos on our Google profile. Most extensive lighting portfolio you'll find in our region.
Stop by and see us. We got an open house this weekend also, so come on over. See us here at the boat club. If you want to come over and join the club, great deals, good times. Come on over and get you out here on the water and have some fun. Baywater Sousa Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.